check on our weather with meteorologist Michelle Kennedy. Michelle, it was nice and warm today, and you were saying it's going to get even a little bit warmer moving into next week, right?
Yeah, that's right. We are talking to upper 80s, low 90s out there. So this is the first time this year that we'll have been this hot. Although we were getting used to the 80s at times in April, we now have this significant stretch. So another heat wave developing for us. We've got some clouds, some showers that were rolling around us today and up to the north in Virginia, but most areas are simply going to stay dry this week. That's a problem when you combine that with the heat. It can exacerbate an already difficult drought setup that we have. So right now our temperatures are comfortable after a day of low 80s. Yeah, we started to jump right into the 80s after having some chilly 40s in the morning, and we've even had some 60s for afternoon highs within the last couple of days. So hotter highs still on your Sunday. It's very dry. We've got 90s early next week, and then we're talking about those limited rain opportunities. But by Wednesday afternoon, maybe an isolated storm or two trying to get going, and a rain chance for Thursday and Friday. But that's not a guarantee that we're going to get good measurable rainfall. So there's a chance, but I do want to highlight the fact that some folks may miss out on the rain as we get you through middle and end of the week. So temperature 73 Winston-Salem, 75 in Greensboro. We're now at 66 in High Point. We've got a few clouds lingering. And as we go through early tomorrow morning, any clouds could help to limit temperature drops, but we're looking at 50s, low 60s, pretty comfortable start on our Sunday. Highs today we're at 84 in Greensboro, 86 in Burlington. We made it to 79 degrees in Boone, and we're working our way at about 10 degrees above normal for you tomorrow. 78 degrees this time of the year in Winston-Salem and Greensboro, with 57 for morning lows. 90s would be the records to beat this week, and I don't think we're going to be quite that hot. Let's hope. We've got 80s though from April. You can see here we were in the upper 80s middle of April. Now we're in the middle of May, and we're still in the low 80s. We had several days of 80s even in March, so it's been a very warm spring, and this has unfortunately been leading to that drought concern. We had the exceptional drought drop off within the last week. We may see a few spots added back to that. And so unless we get some really good consistent rainfall, and we're talking some 12 to 14 inches to wipe out the drought, of course, we'd like to just drop it back and keep it from getting worse. That would be nice if we could get some rain in here. Extreme drought, almost 60% of the folks out there in the North Carolina region in that zone of extreme drought. Winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 throughout your Sunday, and we'll take you from 60 degrees all the way to 89. We've got temperatures in the foothills in the upper 80s as well. You start out in the 50s, so you might need a light layer early, but wow, that sun comes up and it's just going to be pumping. By 11 a.m. 79 degrees. Yes, so you want to make sure you have sunscreen, ways to keep cool, making sure you're drinking plenty of water, and if you have a chance to hit the pools, that might be a great way to keep some cooler conditions going. We've got 82 degrees for folks in the high country, and highs there should be in the lower 70s this time of the year, but upper 70s for the Piedmont Triangle. We're going to see those temps jumping 10 to 12 degrees above normal, with 90s for at least 3 days in a row. And a reminder, we've got the signs of heat illness that could really develop for folks. The initial signs that you're dealing with either heat stress or heat exhaustion, faintness or dizziness, excessive sweating. But when you stop sweating, this becomes a medical emergency. We do want to caution folks about heat illnesses that can develop, because this is the leading cause of death in the United States and globally as well when it comes to weather. So calling 911 really important if you suspect heat stroke. And even if you have questions, they can help you and guide you to the right resources there too. Heat risk forecast for you Tuesday through really Wednesday and even to Thursday. We might see some increase in that risk area starting to fill in over the northern Piedmont. This is because of higher humidity values as we get you through middle of the week. And that's where we're going to watch those 60s kind of come into play and make us feel more uncomfortable. We'll talk about heat indices. And unfortunately, we have dry weather up until Wednesday. Could be a rain chance though Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're optimistic that we'll get a little bit on the ground.